I swing back like they swing dope, slinging iron like it's dope. Can't get my eyes, so just cope. I learn from the greats, same game, how it go. Diaz hard baskets, who's more Rosario? Hard to beat me when I'm playing free, cerebral at the plate. Pitchers reaching, so I'm teaching. Noah's jumping out the gate. Yamamoto, Rojas. For MLB 21 the show, we're going to be going with another player from Venezuela, Ramón Rojas, the big younger brother of Rafael Rojas, who was a star in Venezuela before he bounced around AA, playing for 4 different organizations.
With the MLB Draft already underway, a young prospect shares his expectations with a former coach.
Carlos, you lived that in your baseball career. What's his world like?
Oh, it's extremely exciting. You know that if you perform, you will get the call.
We've got a developing story here. JP, what are you hearing?
I'm checking the numbers, I'm talking to my sources, my scouts, and they're all telling me, hey, this could actually work.
Most of us mere mortals, when we were that age, we were barely chewing gum and walking at the same time, let alone playing the hardest game there is.
Let's see if he's pumping up mentally here to adapt. That's what good players do.
That dream of getting the big leagues is now becoming reality with that one phone call.
Continuing our MLB Draft Day 2 wrap-up coverage, back to the prospect that we mentioned before the break. There was some surprise, even some criticism of the front office over how early he went off the board. Jonathan Mayo, what do you think of this pick?
Man, I don't think any of us saw this one coming. This definitely feels like a reach to me. I had him more as a day 3 kind of guy. There was a split camp. A lot of scouts disagreed whether he's better as a pitcher or better as a hitter. I'm guessing the team felt that he's got potential on both sides of the ball, and maybe that adds some value to him. But this made me scratch my head a little bit for sure.
All right, Jonathan Mayo, thanks. What about you, Jim Callis? Was this a head scratcher or the reach of the draft, as some of the other analysts have suggested?
Yeah, I talked to somebody with the team, and they're excited to get this guy. This is a guy they really want. And the 2 points the club made to me were, one, this whole debate, is he a hitter, is he a pitcher? What are you going to do with him? There was a lot of confusion. This team isn't confused. This team feels like he's got very good potential as a hitter and as a pitcher. They may even try to play him both ways. And they felt like there were a couple other teams that were starting to sniff around this guy. And, this isn't the NFL or NBA draft where you can trade down to get a guy you want. If you want a guy, you have to take him because there's no trades. And they felt like if they didn't take him where they did, somebody else was going to get them, and they just absolutely did not want that to happen.
Jim Callis, we appreciate the time. Thanks.
A minor league manager checks in with one of his players to discuss a launch plan for the young man's development.
Rolling along with a podcast and back on the prospect who's divided the scouting community, I am opposed to this belief that he went too high. I really think he could be a steal here. This is a guy who's got so much development left to do. He's got so much potential. And I think all the scouts who are down on him think, oh, he's not a finished product. We don't know what he is. That, to me, could be a good thing. He can hit. He can field. He can pitch. There is so much untapped potential so far for this guy. I'm excited to see what he becomes. And certainly as he gets started actually playing, actually being in games, we're going to be able to talk to some other folks who get a better read on him and see what they think. I'm excited for that. And frankly, I'm going to have my eye on him for a while.
Interestingly enough, Ramon is going to begin his career with the Travelers, the same team that Rafael began his AA career with. Ramon's also going to be playing for the Seattle Mariners organization, an organization that Rafael was able to become a AA All-Star for. Another caveat, Ramon's going to be starting off with an 82 overall. That's because I played MLB 21 the show before. My hard drive got corrupted, and I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to start with that previous player loadout, which is going to expedite the process because remember, Rafael never made it out of AA. So if his younger brother can make it out in general, I'm happy. I'm not going to complain about how it happens, as long as it does happen. Remember, that's the name of the game. Get into the show. Now, Ramon's going to be a pitcher. I usually use hitters for baseball games, but after what Ty David Jr. was able to do, I'm going to give it another chance. Ramón Rojas, 6'2", 205, 18 years old, 82 overall, 4th best player in the entire Mariners organization. Top of the third, no one on, 1 out, down by 3, strikeout number 1. Obviously, it's great to get that first strikeout, right? But look at the score. Bro been getting roughed up. It's 3-0, them. So, gotta figure something out. We gotta do something a little bit better, change up what we're doing, because this ain't sustainable. Top of the 4th, no one on, no one out, down by 3, strikeout number 2. Top of the 4th, no one on, 2 out, down by 3, strikeout number 3. Top of the 5th, no one on, no one out, down by 3, strikeout number 4. Top of the 5th, no one on, 2 out, down by 3, strikeout number 5? I think so. Top of the 6th, no one on, no one out, down by 3, strikeout number 6. So, I mean, there's a lot of strikeouts and also no help offensively because it's still a 3-0 game. But I ain't tripping, man. He got himself in that hole. Can't sit here and be mad. And it looks like the Naturals got the dub, obviously, if the offense didn't want to show up. It's one of those things where the most frustrating thing about being a pitcher is you got to rely on these guys to get you some runs. And so here it looks like they started to kick up in the 8th, but it's a little too late. End up going 6 innings. Gave it 4 hits, had 6 strikeouts, 3 ERA, earned runs, 0 BBs, 0. It is what it is, though, man. We're going to need some runs if we're ever going to win. And I know it's AA, but I don't know. They gave us the L for that, so I don't know. These dudes always want to talk about something, bro. I don't be knowing about what. We need to get into another game, though. We need to get a dub, man. We need to get right. It looked like right here. Are we pitching? Or no, it looked like we're playing in the field, bro. Bottom of the 8th. We got 2 people on, actually. Yeah, second and first or first and second. Got no outs. Down by 2 again. So, this is probably our last chance to try to make something shake. 0 for 2 so far. We ain't been doing nothing this game. First of all, I forgot. That's what makes this game intriguing is they try to make you a two-way player. So that's why this is even happening. Yeah, we got to make something shake right here, man. We got 2 guys on. We're the go-ahead run. Come on, man. Give me something I can hit, bro. Let me get something sweet, something smooth, something nice, whatever you want to call it. Let me get that. Let's go. Both of them should be able to score, unless they some bullshit. He should be able to score from second. Come on, bro. Don't get thrown out. Don't get thrown out. Don't get thrown out. Let's go. Tied the game up. I'm supposed to be a pitcher, bro. I'm not supposed to be this good at hitting the ball. Let's go. Crazy enough, I really feel like Rafael was a good little hitter. He wasn't horrible. He just, I don't know, never made it up. Oh, they could have got his ass too. They could have definitely got him out Barely, though. Barely, barely. So it looks like we got our first win. Well, of the season, and not necessarily as a pitcher, but we definitely got a win. And obviously, I played a big part in that. They might as well have let me pitch and hit at the same time. I think they did that with Ty David Jr. a couple times. They might as well let me, bro. Like, why not? Probably would have won that first game if I could have helped myself out. Got a double, 2 RBI, clutch. I mean, got K'd up the first 2. Because, I mean, you are a pitcher, bro. You ain't really supposed to be out there hitting nothing crazy. So let's see what we got going next. Man, these dudes always talking. Oh, you want to get in the batting cage? Man, get off my face, bro. I feel like pros have to do those kinds of things. You keep coming up and asking me. It's like, man, watch out, bro. So, am I going to try to play? Yeah, I'm probably going to try. So, it looked like I was just a DH. Now I'm going to be in the field playing short. So, here we are. What is this? Bottom of the first. We got bases loaded. 2 outs. Up by 2. Shoot, we could put this game out of reach early. Oh, that's a big swing. Is it dropping? Is it gone? Is it dropping? Let's go. Is that a ground double? That kind of sucks. Because if it was to just drop, we could have cleared the bases. Either way, though, why he threw his glove up? Is he dumb? He wasn't about to catch that. Oh, we got a chance right here to field the ball. We already going crazy on these boys. Up by 6 here in the second, man. But yeah, we got a chance to play shortstop right here. What's going? Let me see. All right. A little slow little jog. Weak ass throw. Almost came off the bag entirely. But it is what it is. Here we are, bottom of the 5th. We got no one on, no one out. Up by 7, smoking these boys. So yeah, this is the first time I'm getting to play in the field. That little 2-way experiment ever since Shohei came through. Hey, let me get that. All right, we having a good little hitting game, man. Last game, we got our first hit, which was a double. Got 2 RBI off it. This game, we turned up. We got 2 hits already. Bro ain't supposed to be moving like this, man. He ain't supposed to be this good. Especially at the plate. He's supposed to be some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's a little bit different, though. Like, when you're a foreign player, I feel like a lot of them are not specializing like we do in America. So maybe, I don't know, man. Obviously, his brother was a star in Venezuela. Not like as a young dude, but obviously as he kind of grew up and grew into his role and his body and all that stuff, but it just never translated. Now it look like he going to be the opposite. Double, fly out, single, K. For sure gonna get K'd up now. Let's be realistic.
It's actually happening. The organization has decided to try him as both a position player and as a pitcher. They're really trying it here at the AA level. Jonathan Mayo of MLB Pipeline is with me. Jonathan, do you think this can work?
I mean, can it work, Ben? Yeah, of course it can work. It hasn't worked all too often. There are more and more teams who are trying to make it work. Most of these guys as amateurs were 2-way players. They don't specialize usually until later on, and often they choose one or the other. You see more and more teams really making an effort to let players do both, to see maybe one jumps to the foreground on its own organically. It's awfully hard just because of the amount of work that you have to put in to excel either as a hitter and position player or as a pitcher. Naturally, some work is going to be taken away from one or the other if you're splitting your focus. And that's why we haven't seen it too often. Guys have to be tremendous athletically to be able to do both. The work ethic has to be off the charts. It's happened a couple of times at the major league level, but it's few and far between. So I'm really interested to see if it's going to work out in this case.
A prospect receives a check-in from his agent, who wants to make sure his client's career is being launched in a way that suits the young man's goals and ambitions.
Them boys want to know if I even enjoy this 2-way stuff. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of annoying But shoot, the way he's hitting the ball right now, it ain't really that bad. I ain't really complaining about it. Try to get to that first pitching dub, though.
We hear all the time from people around the game that Double A is where you start to see the breaking balls that are really set apart from what you've seen before. That can be a big challenge for a young hitter.
Absolutely, and I think when you think back to some of the pitchers that I faced, some of the guys that you face in the big leagues for 5, 6, 10 years, you're thinking, man, I saw him somewhere. Yeah, it was Double A because when you see most prospects of any organization, they pretty much go to Double A just to get themselves over that hump and get ready for the league.
You had a breakout season at the Double A level yourself. What was it about you that enabled you to have that kind of campaign?
I was very confident, and I thought, if the confidence could just stay with me consistently, which is very hard to do at any level of baseball because it's a game of failure. I just try to be consistent every night, whether it was defensively, offensively. Just bring something to the table. Go home with something where you felt good, and I didn't have to think about that game when I went to sleep.
That's another thing I don't like about these games starting here with 21. Bro, there's too much talking, man. There's all these damn reporters and all these damn conversations. Here we are, bottom of the second. We got nobody on, nobody out. Let's go. How about 3, strikeout number 1? At least this game, we starting out on top. Last game, we was down 3 gets smoked. I think we kind of figured it out, too, as a team in general. All right, bottom of the third, we got no one on, 2 out, up by 3, strikeout number 2. I wonder if he's going to be a super strikeout guy. Bottom of the fourth, nobody on, 1 out, up by 3, strikeout number 3. That'd be cool if he ends up being that type of dude. Get 10 strikeouts in a game, go crazy, go crazy. And the little dude had a nice little swing and just didn't matter. It just did not matter, bro. So here we are, bottom of the fourth. We got nobody on, 2 out, up by 3. Strikeout number 4. This is a clean game right here. Bottom of the fifth, nobody on, 1 out, up by 3. Strikeout number 5, right? I swear I have like bad memory. That's 5. I literally just said it. Bottom of the fifth, we got no one on, 2 out, up by 3. Strikeout number 6. Let's go. Let's work. Bottom of the seventh, we got no one on, we got no one out, up by 6. Strikeout number 7. We working them. Working. Only 56 pitches. Going crazy right now. And we freezing people, bro. They up here just like, I don't know if to swing at this shit. Yeah, I wouldn't swing either if I was you, dumbass. Bottom of the eighth, we got nobody on, 1 out, up by 7. Strikeout number 7. Or is it 8? I'm losing track. Yeah, that's number 8. That's number 8. Them boys is just standing there looking dumb as shit. And then remember, so he's wearing 7 because his brother was supposed to wear 7 for Joe Mauer. And then in the end, he ended up getting to like 8 and then 9, changing all those teams. Fisher Cats, Phillies, Red Phils. They had some weird name. The Little Phils or something. And then ended up with the something. It was like the Johnson County or Jackson County or something. The Generals. And then boys was like in Montgomery, Alabama. Some crazy shit. I don't even know. But we got the dub finally. 9 innings pitched. My boy, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts. Ugh. No BBs, no ERs. That boy went crazy, man. 5 balls and 66 strike. Oh, I'm tripping. Can't be saying that. At all. At all can't be saying that. All right, what we got next, man? We should be able to simulate out of this month already. We've been here for a while trying to get that first dub. Way too long. All right, we here in June. We're probably going to simulate this month too. We're trying to get to AAA as soon as possible.
He's getting some great results on the mound early in his pro career, and people around the game are taking notice. One of those people is Jonathan Mayo of MLB Pipeline, who joins me now. Jonathan, what are you seeing when you look at him out there on the mound?
There's nothing more exciting than seeing a guy going from the amateur game to the pro game and hitting the ground running. He's really taken to the pro instruction. You've seen all of his stuff take a step forward in the way he's using his pitches. He works quickly. He throws a lot of strikes. The command has really gotten much better. And as a result, the players behind him love it because they're ready to go on each and every pitch. There's not a lot of wasted time. The development he's already made in such a short period of time has a big up arrow next to his name.
Following up on this young pitcher, we've talked about him before, and he's putting together a nice run of success at the AA level. Jenny Finch, you have had those times when you just have everything working for you. What's inside his mind right now? How good must he be feeling?
Nothing is inside of his mind. And that's the greatest feeling as an athlete when you're just out there dealing. You are unhittable, you are unstoppable, and that's where he is right now.
You don't want to be thinking when you get out there on that mound. You just want everything to be natural and muscle memory.
There's a lot of days you are thinking, unfortunately, but yes, when those days come that you're not and you're just in the groove, you know what you're throwing before your catcher even puts down the sign. The battery is in sync. Everything's just flowing and in the groove. That's the best.
Bro, everybody got a goddamn comment. Now we in July, so we gotta go look at what's going on, man. We gotta see what we was able to do so far. We got some messages. Roster moves, blah, 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 talking about other people. People getting promoted. Obviously, it's not me yet. But I figured this game out too, though. If you do well, by the time you get to All-Star break, you normally get called up from whatever level you're at, you get called up by All-Star break. So we should be straight. Should happen here soon. Now let's go look at if we're dominating. We should be 82 overall. Yep. What are we, 7-2 in 10 games? Only one no decision. I didn't even see our ERA. I see our batting average is like 219. I thought he was a hitter, bro. I thought he was a two-way. That boy batting average looking crazy right now. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the pitching stats because obviously 6'2", 205, 18 years old. He's going to be a monster pitcher with that kind of frame and size. So let's go look at that, man. Pause like a motherfucker. Pause. Where we at with it? 7 wins, the most in AA. 2 losses, whatever. Tied for 5th or something. 1.64 ERA first. Shutouts. Where the strikeouts at? 5th. I didn't know it was a 1.6 though with the ERA. Probably the same amount of innings, least walks. We serving. We for sure serving. Mr. Ice Cream Man. We serving, bro. All right, what's next, man? What they got for me? Obviously, we're going to start the All-Star game for this AA. And AA is different. Remember, they have their All-Star game by like the conference. So it's not like normal baseball majors where it's the whole American versus the national. So we're in the Futures game. Okay, that's cool. Futures is the big game where the big dogs come and watch us. Because I think the Futures game is usually in the All-Star arena, I guess. Or like where the All-Star game would normally be. Let's see what we do, man. So here we are, bottom of the first. We got nobody on. We got 1 out. Tied at 0. Strikeout number 1. Easy. That's all we got to do, man. We don't got to be here for long. Ain't about to be no 7-inning games. Oh, that's Abrams. That boy nice. I forgot who he played for, though. And then we're here, bottom of the first. We got, 1 on, 1 out. Strikeout number 2 because we're still tied at 0. Abrams, man, who he played for? He played for one of them shitty teams. I think it's Washington right now. He started with like San Diego, but yeah, I'm lagging. I'm for sure lagging. Talking about some old news. Oh, all right. Well, weren't we on this great team? I believe we were on this great team. I don't know who none of these people are, but I think we just won. I don't even know. Couldn't tell you. Think so. It says A on our hat, so I think that's the squad that won. We had 18 strikes, no BBs, bro. Gotta chill out with saying that stuff. Gotta chill out, buddy. What we got next? We should have the actual normal AA All-Star game coming up. Yeah, that's probably next. Yeah, I remember they play in halves. So we're 8-2 right now. Still with a 1-point-something ERA. Let's see, man. Let's get to work, bro. Bottom of the first, we got nobody on, nobody out. Still tied at 0. Strikeout number 1. We just do this. This is what we do. I mean, everybody's not going to be a power pitcher that's going to be able to, get people up out of there. But what's his pitches? I forgot. I actually forgot like a month. Bottom of the first, we got nobody on, 1 out, still tied at 0. Strikeout number 2. Looking too, idiot. So we got a 4-seam, a changeup, and a slider. So that 4-seam, he just be smoking them boys with it. And then the changeup is the off speed. They're not going to be expecting, and the slider is just going to drop. So, got the L. We got the L in our little 1 or 2 innings of work. Fake ass Bryce Harper. I don't know who that is, but they got the dub. We got Jeremy Lin out here too, so for sure that's why we got the L. We got basketball players. Oh, damn. They jumped on us too. 5-1. Damn. Pause. Wait, we got... Oh, no, that's 2 strikeouts. I was about to say, yeah, damn. 17 BBs, man. What the hell was we out here doing? Gave up 3 hits. Damn, we actually struggled. Yeah, that wasn't a good little showing.
Because it's so rare, does it feel sometimes like if you have one bad outing, the whole experiment might get scrapped?
You know that your leash is short and all eyes are on you, and they're going to try to fit you in your box, right? They're going to try to make you a pitcher, or they're going to try to, find your defensive position out there, and you have to fight and you have to battle. And it's something that I had to battle my entire life, but it comes down to the fact that you have to be so good that they can't not put you in the lineup, that they can't not put you out there on defense or on the mound.
That was definitely not a good little showing at that All-Star game at all. But it is what it is. We still got like the rest of the season, so we're going to get into it. Probably get promoted here soon. Let's see what happens as we simulate through July.
A fast-developing young player has gotten the attention of the higher-ups in management. Prospects may not realize how
This
closely
is such
they
an
are being
interesting
watched,
player. I've
and
talked
by
about
other
him before.
organizations as well
Now
as
he's
their
starting to
own.
make an impact at the AA level, and people besides me are noticing. Carlos Pena is with me today, and Carlos, you had a big breakout at the AA level. What was it like for you when people started taking notice of what you were doing at the plate in AA?
Oh, it was awesome. It was very exciting. However, I tell you, sometimes you try to live up to the expectations, and that is an
Sure.
absolute mistake. You still have to stay within your process and within your approach. That's easier said than done. So what I would do was just to think smaller. So when I went up to the plate, instead of trying to hit that big home run, I would think about hitting a line drive right at the pitcher's knees, and that was it. I was generally
right.
just trying to hit the pitcher's knees, and that really helped me to stay focused. And home runs would come, even when I was just trying to hit a low line drive. So make sure you stay within your approach.
A coach hopes to help his players get more out of his plate appearances.
We are getting closer day by day to the trade deadline, and that means that top prospects could be on the move. I'm joined today by Carlos Pena. And Carlos, when you were on your way up the ladder to the majors, did you ever notice the chatter around the trade deadline?
Oh, absolutely. It's almost impossible to ignore it. And the thing is this, you can't control it. So why even worry about it? But it's easier said than done. I mean, you have to really focus in your game, staying within your approach, and not let all that noise distract you. At the end of the day, you're really playing for the entire major leagues, and you have to understand that no one is untouchable. I was the #1 prospect for Texas when I got traded to Oakland. I was the #1 prospect for Oakland when I got traded to Detroit. So you can be in the move at any time, play your game, and forget about the things that are just out of reach as far as controlling them.
A manager has called one of his young players in for a quick word. The word is good. Within 48 hours, this player will be in a new city.
He recently got the call to AAA, and he is now within shouting distance of the major leagues. But for now, he'll have to prove that he can compete and excel at this AAA level. Jonathan Mayo of MLB Pipeline is here with me today. How does AAA prepare a player for the majors in a way that AA doesn't?
Yeah, I think it's changed a lot in recent years. They used to always say that if you could compete at AA, you could play in the big leagues. And that might be true, but you're seeing fewer and fewer players make that double jump up to the big leagues. Organizations want their prospects to play in AAA. I think it's another level of challenge. It's kind of an incremental step rather than throwing them right into the fire of a big league competition. You have a lot of guys at the AAA level who have big league experience. They know how to play at that level, and so he'll face that kind of level of competition, but he'll also be able to pick the brains of guys on his own team who have been there. So when that call does come for him to make it to the big leagues, he'll be ready.
I am so sick of everybody talking. Like, let's get to this first game for Tacoma, man. Because now we're in Washington, I believe. Like, all these people yapping, bro. Stuff is annoying. We're going up against Vegas. We're here bottom of the first. Nobody on. Nobody out. Up by 4, strikeout number 1. Let's work. Bottom of the second. Nobody on. Nobody out. Still up by 4. Strikeout number 2. Let's work. Let's work. Bottom of the 7th. Nobody on. 1 out. Up by 5. Bottom of the 7th. Nobody on. 1 out. Up by 5. Another strikeout. We ain't really been throwing that many pitches. But that's only our 3rd strikeout too. So we ain't really been mowing them down. Bottom of the 7th. We got 1 on. 2 out. Up by 5. Don't matter. Bottom of the 8th. Nobody on. Nobody out. Up by 5. Bottom of the 8th. Nobody on. Nobody out. Up by 5. That's another one. It's been a light strikeout day, but hey, number 5 is cool. Got me 5 of them things, and it looked like we about to get a easy little dub in my debut. Bottom of the 8th, nobody on, 1 out. Up by 5. That's number 6, ain't it? Started off slow. We didn't really have too many strikeouts at first, but we've been kicking up. Bottom of the 9th, nobody on, nobody out. Up by 6. What's this? Number 7. Damn, we creeped up on them, though, because like I said, we really didn't have too many strikeouts to start. And just lately, shit, we found our little groove. And it's crazy because you would think they would figure us out and it'd be like the opposite, but we good. Bottom of the 9th, nobody on, 1 out. Up by 6. Number 8. Hit him with the changeup, dumbass. That was too easy. All right, so we got the dub. At least we don't have to play a bunch of games like we've had to do before, especially with this pitcher thing where sometimes you just don't get no runs, man. Maybe Vegas is some bullshit. Maybe that's it too. Maybe they just weak as hell, bro. Hey, whatever they got going, I don't care. Keep it over there on y'all side. We good. We don't need none of that. 9 innings, bro. Complete game. Only 2 BBs, man. 68 strikes, bro. 2 hits. And what, 8? Was it 8 or 9 strikeouts? I think it was 8. let's get into it. Because now we can simulate a little bit. We ain't got to play too much now. Oh, wait, I'm tripping. We got to get into that. Batting. Remember, because we're a two-way player. I'm tripping. Forgot about that. Yeah, and then here we go on that bull crap again where we're going to be a DH. We're not going to be straight to the field. So here we are. Top of their 6. We got 1 on, 1 out. Up by 2. So we taking care of business as a team. Hey, throw me something sweet, bro. Whoa, 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 whoa. That slider was, yeah, that was some other shit, bro. Was not ready for that. Come on, man. Throw me something I could work with. Damn, that was a good pitch. He got us looking crazy already. 2 pitches. First one, couldn't catch up. Second one, just got to watch it. Because it curved. Just got to watch it. I think this is the feeder team for Oakland, bro. No wonder they're so garbage, by the way. Because we having our way with these boys. Yeah, I'm not that dumb. I probably started off kind of crazy, doing some weird stuff, but we ain't that dumb, bro. Come on, man. Throw me something. Throw me something. No, not throw the ball at me. Not throw the ball at me, bro. Well, we got the dub, regardless of all that. Blackburn. They got people on their team named Blackburn. Who chased Blackburn? I feel like I remember that name from some sport, something growing up. Chase Blackburn. I ain't even gonna Google because I don't really care that much. Chase Blackburn. It can't be no basketball player. Either way, let's see. I always got something to say about my performance.
When you get to the AAA level, you know exactly how close you are to making the major leagues. Sean Casey, you know more than a little about that. You only had to spend 20 games at AAA before you got the call to the majors for the first time. What's it like being on the doorstep of the show?
Well, when you get to AAA, this is where you really want to impress because you know the next call up is the big leagues, and that's what you've been dreaming about your whole life. So, I think one thing when you get to AAA, there are a lot more veteran players too. A lot of guys that have been up and down the big leagues. Not so many young kids like there were in the lower levels. So it's definitely a different environment in AAA. But as a player, though, when you know you're there, you could start to sense like, okay, I just got to put up some good numbers. I got to be myself and play as hard as I can. And that next call is going to be the big leagues. And that's where dreams are made.
Now we got to go see what they talking about with that field and stuff. There's only one more game left in the month, so shouldn't be nothing crazy. Should be able to just jump in and get some fielding opportunities. Are we going to? Yeah, we are. Because we have to with this dumb, stupid Paul Blackburn. Damn, UC Kukachuchi is some bullshit. He suck. All right, top of the 3rd. We got 1 on, 1 out. Down by 1. What at bat? Oh, they going off for, they going off for the little hit by pitch thing. That's why we even got anything for on base percentage. All right, Paul, let me see what you got. Ooh, that was some bull. And there's that timing, too, where you see we was very early with the red going into the orange. Come on, what you got for me? Ah, that wasn't too bad. It was just low. Good look, though. Not being an idiot and just swinging. I feel like if we keep playing well, though, obviously pitching and stuff is going well, we're going to be out of here soon. They never make you stay in AAA long, especially if you're doing good. I figured it out. I figured the game out. It's just some organizations are different. I'm an 82 overall, bro. I should be able to run through this organization. Come on. Ah, very late. But it was like on the yellow, so how was it very late? Very late should have been on like the red. Oh no, very early's on the red, right? Let me get that. That's going to sneak through. Man, a little base hit. My first hit with Tacoma. That's all it is. It ain't nothing. End of the world. Life changing. First little hit. And here we go, top of the 5th. We got nobody on, 2 outs, down by 1. So let's see if we could get another hit. I feel like that's what we've been able to do, or we've been able to do. I'm tripping. I don't know why I can't speak. If you remember our first actual game in the field for the Travelers, we got 2 hits. I think that's what we might do right here. I checked it. Let's go. I'm horrible at checking the swing. About to swing on that shit. I was about to be late on that slider. Come on. That's a good pitch. Good pitch. Because even if I hit it, I probably would have drove it. Foul. Come on. Let me see what you got. Let me get that. Already knew it. And that's dropping. He don't got the angle on it. Now, which sucks, is I got another double, but he really didn't even have to slide. But yeah, I ain't had nobody on base to clear. That would have been more significant to clear. It is what it is, though. I'm cool. I'm happy. Look like we got another dub. Like I said, man, I feel like after like that first little snafu and then the little All-Star game, man, we've been winning a lot more. Been taking care of business. Taking care of business. Taking care of 12 hits. Vegas is some bullshit. How your AAA team suck too? And like I said, they about to get their own little squad, but how your AAA team is some bullshit too, bro. I ain't even looking at the stats because we did cool. 2 little hits. All right, what's next? We're not good at anything, though. 35 overall for that hitting stuff. Some bullshit. Low-key not good at that. So we're probably going to be, in August? So now, yeah, we're about to be in August. Got to simulate through the month. See what drama comes up. Probably get called up. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what they want. We getting called up soon.
Sometimes dreams do come true. This player is about to get the chance that millions only dream of. The chance to
This
see
got
if
to be
he's
so
got what
exciting
it
for him
takes
as
to
it is
make
for
it
every
in the
young
show.
player who gets the call for that very first time. Case, you've been there. You know what it's like. What is your memory of being called up to the majors for the first time?
Greatest moment of my life. I mean, really, like, I remember I just hit the home run to win the AAA championship in Buffalo. And it was just, that was unbelievable in itself. And I came in the clubhouse afterwards, and Mark Shapiro at the time was the minor league director. Brian Graham was the coach. And they said, hey, congratulations, Case. That's awesome. I'm like, oh, it's so great. We're popping the champagne. I'm getting ready to go home the next day. And next thing you know, they're like, you're getting called up to the big leagues tomorrow. Your season's not over. You're going to meet the team in Chicago. And I remember running out to get on a payphone because there's no cell phones. And I called my mom and dad and said, Dad, Mom, I just hit a home run to win the AAA championship. And I just got called to the big leagues in a matter of like 15 minutes, you know? And so it was one of those things where it's the dream's coming true.
Right.
Like all those hours of hitting, all the time putting in, all the weights, all the stuff that you did, that dream of getting the big leagues is now becoming reality with that one phone call or the one moment you get called up. So, for me, it's mind-boggling. It's one of the greatest moments of my life.
Case, that is a great story. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for giving us a little bit of insight into what this young man is probably feeling like right now.
Well, it looks like for the moment that his two-way experiment has come to a close. They've decided to call him up to the majors exclusively as a pitcher. Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline is here. Jim, do you think this means the experiment was doomed from the start?
No, I really don't. I don't think it's so much ended as it's put on pause. Look, when you're in the big leagues, your goal, unless you're in a total rebuilding mode, is to win games. What can you do to win games? And right now, they need a pitcher. And that's why they've asked him to come up and be a pitcher. And as great as he's played as a two-way player, being a two-way guy is difficult. And the big leagues are another step up. And to do both at the same time when you're breaking the big leagues would be hard. Right now, they need him on the mound to win games. So let's focus on that. Look, we know this guy can hit. We know the bat's good. We know he can do a lot of things as a position player. This doesn't mean that's over. It's just you'll pitch for now. And then a little further down the road, once you get established as a pitcher, we can revisit that again. So I don't think it was doomed.
This is a big deal. We weren't even in AAA for long, so I'm very much excited. This dude we're going up against ain't that good. He 2-7, so we should be straight, man. Major League debut, August 19th, 2021. He's wearing number 8, like I said, his brother. We're 7, 8, and 9, so we good. And obviously, 82 overall was the fourth best player in the entire organization. So it only was a matter of time. I mean, I feel like we for sure took care of business and did what we needed to at the lower levels, at every stop, every turn. Oh, God damn, this team sucks balls. 51-69, brother. Yeah, y'all boys better pack it on up. Ain't no way we about to get to making up that 18-game difference. So 4 starts, bro. 3 wins, 21 strikeouts to 1 walk. 1.38 ERA. That boy was going nuts. That boy was going nuts, bro. Kicking ass and taking names. That boy was going nuts. They got that nice little King Griffey blue on, though. I like that jersey, man. King Félix, what's up, man? It's my turn. Well, Ramon's. I ain't Ramon. I'm not Ramon. Bottom of the first, no one on, 1 out. Tied at 0. Strikeout number 1. Who this? Who are first? I don't even know who the hell you are. You're not no apostle. You struck out. Take your ass to the side. That's what you are. I don't know who that is, but hey, it's cool. Hey, what you looking at? Man, let me hit you in the head with this ball as you walk to the dugout, boy. Imagine if they was to be on that type time. Man, what you looking at? Bottom of the second, nobody on. We got no outs, still tied at 0. Number 2. Victim number 2. Joey Gallo, that's my boy, man. Not really. Bottom of the second, 1 on, 1 out, still tied at 0. Number 3. Calhoun. You out of there. I'm trying to see who's going to be the first double victim. Who I'm going to get slipping twice. That's what I want to see. That's what my mind is on, man. What y'all got? Man, bring me some more comp, man. It's a waste of my dang time. Bottom of the third, nobody on. No outs. Still tied at 0. You idiot. You idiot. What are you swinging at? Easy number 4. That shit wasn't even on the plate. What are you doing? Culbertson. Sound like a grocery store. Probably gonna have to work there after that swing. Bottom of the third, we got nobody on. 2 out. Still tied at 0. What's that, number 4 or number 5? Oh, they ain't even gonna tell me. Yeah, well, it's another one. That's what it is. Hey, bro, he tough, though. He need to grow him a little mustache, though, so he could look a little mature. But, hey, he's still only 18, 19. Bottom of the 5th, we got 1 on, 1 out. Tied at 0. Give me another one. Another one of them strikes. Order up. Number 6. The number 6 special. I don't even know Burger King or McDonald's numbers or what they got, actually. So I don't know what the number 6 is, but we just ordered it. I'm going to get me a number 7 or what? Yes, sir. Bottom of the 6. Nobody on. Nobody out. Still tied at 0. Let me get the number 7. The value menu. Damn, man. We got the L. We did all that good work, man. All that good work and got the L. So it's probably going to be another situation just like Arkansas, where we were with the Travelers and we had to continue to play until we finally got a dub. And I think now that my brain is clicking, oh, it was a shootout. That's way too many runs. I mean, it wasn't us. We only gave up 1. And we only pitched 6 innings, so it wasn't even us. 5 BBs, 52 strikes. We did give up 6 hits. So there's that. Let's see. You know they always got something to say after the games about what I did or didn't do. So let's see what they say this time around, man. I know they're going to be like, oh, it was a tough beginning to his career.
A rookie has a lot of expectations on them. And a lot of that comes from how they performed in the minors. You're Cliff Floyd. You know that. You know as well as anybody what you did in the minors. When you get to the show, it's meaningless.
Yeah, you can throw it in the trash. I'm telling you, it's just, you know what, you learn at the AAA level, but when you get to the big leagues, they're going to watch tape and exploit every weakness you have. And if you don't make the adjustment, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. I'll tell you that first and foremost. I had 4 homers my first year, and I thought, No way possible. But when you watch how pitchers pitch you consistently, it lets you know you made it, but you better make some adjustments.
And it wasn't even a tough game or nothing. We need to get back to business, man. We need to get to doing something. Why are we in the bullpen session? I don't even remember. Okay, I did simulate. Trying to get to Oakland. Okay, that's good. Because I know Oakland is weak. So we probably should be able to get a little dub here. Bottom of the first, nobody on. 1 out, tied at 0. Easy work. You're just going to stand there and watch it. Easy work. Let me get this easy little dub, man. That's how I'm thinking right now. Let's get the easy little dub. Them boys, it's not about that action. They're not with the shits, man. Bottom of the second, we got nobody on, 2 outs, tied at 0, number 2. Moving through, moving along. I like these little jerseys, man. I feel like the gray with the little teal, man, or not even really teal. It's actually more blue, but I like it, man. I like this little look they got going. Bottom of the fourth, nobody on, 2 outs, up by 6. Number 3. And I ain't even having a crazy strikeout game so far. Let's go. Bottom of the fifth, nobody on, nobody out, up by 6. Got me another one. I'm a little slow. I was looking down at my phone. But yeah, he doing his thing. His second game as a starter. Definitely didn't get the loss on that first one. Got a no decision. Bottom of the 6, nobody on, nobody out. Up by 6. Give me another one. Appreciate that. And I always say I want to see who's the multiple victims, but I'm not really paying attention to even answer those types of questions right now. I'm just happy that we're up by 6. I'm lucky though. They should have just let my first start be against Oakland. Bottom of the 6, we got 1 on, 1 out. Up by 6. Got us another one. Got us another victim. Murphy. Okay, up. Oh, I'm not going to say nothing. I was about to say some bull crap. I'm cool on that. I'm super cool on what I was about to say. We moving along, though. We working. All right. Bottom of the 6, we got 1 on, 2 out. Up by 4. Got us another one. Damn, we gave up 2. Damn, bro. We are struggling. Bottom of the 7th, nobody on, nobody out. Up by 5. Got us another one. But we bullshitting, though. We could have blanked these boys. I really want to get out, though. That's what kind of frustrates me is they be trying to, like, slave your boy, man. They don't be trying to give me no chance to get out the game. That's one thing I learned. Bottom of the 7th, we got 1 on, 1 out. Up by 5. And that's one thing I learned, man. They're going to ride the wave. They're not going to allow you to come out the game. Which is cool, because it looked like I'm about to get a 10 strikeout game, but it's not cool. Take me out of the game. I already gave up 2 runs, bottom of the 8th, nobody out. Shoot, nobody on, nobody out. Up by 5. Another one. That's 10. First 10 strikeout game of his career. Cool. It's Oakland. Get me out the game now. Now that we got that nice little 10 strikeouts and got that nice little confidence booster or whatever, get me out the damn game. Let's go. Probably still got a complete game knowing these people. I don't understand though. Like, yes, we might as well run him through the dirt because this is his rookie year and not really going to count because of how late we got over. But damn, bro, don't run him in the ground. Okay, so we definitely got in there, man. We got 8 innings. 8 BBs, bro. 65 strikes. Crazy work. 5 hits. 10 strikeouts. 1 error. Oh, man. All right, let's see what we could do. What's next? Always yapping and tapping and yapping and yapping and yapping about nothing. Leave me alone. Oh, you did a good job helping other team. Yeah, I know. Leave me alone. Get on my face. Simulating.
Jenny, the two-way experiment that we've all gotten pretty excited about seems to have been put on hold, at least for now, right? That could change. And of course, some of the fans of the experiment are going to be disappointed. But what about the player himself? You know, the mental aspect of an athlete with all the time he's invested in this. How do you imagine this leaves him feeling about his dream of being a trailblazer of two-way play in Major League Baseball?
He's questioning himself. He's wondering if he can do it. And I want to be that voice that says, "Hey, you're in the bigs. Like, just stay there. Whatever they want you to be it." And those opportunities, they're going to arise. And obviously, the leash is going to be short. They're going to try to fit you in their box and try to bring and find the best part of your game and focus on that, which is okay. But just keep grinding away, keep working offensively, go early, stay late, do what you can, put the time in, and show the club that you're completely committed to being that two-way player at that next level. And hey, it's all about consistency and find a way to be good.
First of all these females talking and stuff, what's next anyway? Oh my gosh, back in the bullpen working on my craft. Oh, what is next for us, man? We gotta do something. We gotta get some. Okay, we'll probably go try to play the Angels, because remember, that's the organization Rafael started with. So that's gonna be a big game.
Sports psychology has really exploded as an industry over the last couple decades, but for baseball, the mental side of the game has been discussed for almost a century, maybe longer.
No, listen, it's the ultimate individual team sport, right? It's golf. At the end of the day, you're on an island and that guy on the mound's on an island. It's a one-on-one wrestling match, right? No one can help you. Mommy, daddy, your coach, your hitting coach. No, there's your brother, your sister. No one can help you. You literally, you're one with your thoughts. And if you can't get your thoughts under control, if you can't get a good breath to slow the game down, there's so many things that go into that matchup by yourself. And I think that's the difference between guys that become superstar big leaguers and guys that don't make it.
So now we're going to start playing baseball. We're not going to have too many interruptions going forward. We're just going to hop in and do what we got to do. We're going up against Shohei, 6-12. They want us to be that. Top of the first. Nobody on, nobody out. Tied at 0. Let's go. 3 pitches, got that boy up out of here with the slider. They want us to be Ohtani. Hell no, I'm good. That boy is struggling right now. But then that's the thing we talked about with pitching. You need help. You definitely need help. Top of the first, we got nobody on. We already got 1 out. Tied at 0. Let's go. Give us 2. So here's the thing. I'm not going to say the Angels did my brother dirty, but they are the one that kind of started the chain reaction in his career. They traded him first, and then basically he stayed for a season and a half with everyone, and then they traded him. So we about to get on their ass for that. Got him on the team, had no intentions of using him. Here we are. Top of the first, nobody on. Trying to get the side struck out. Let's go. Yeah, we coming. Yeah. We about to go crazy, because I can easily see it. If we started off with 3, struck out the side to start it off, yeah, we about to go crazy. This one of them revenge games, man. I wouldn't want to be a part of the Angels organization, because y'all batting average about to take a little dip. And it don't matter if I win or not, because we already won before. So, top of the second, nobody on, nobody out. Still tied at 0. That's number 4. That's 4 straight, by the way, if you're keeping count. Top of the second, we got 1 on, 2 out. That's 5. 5 out of 6. Or, yeah, 5 out of the 6 outs so far, strikeouts. Top of the 4th, we got nobody on. We got 2 outs. We're up by 1. And so, we're just mowing them down. Line them up, mow them down. Line them up, mow them down. That's what we're doing right now. I think we might get to like 12 or 13. I think we might do something crazy this game. It's like 12 threes in a game. So top of the 5th, nobody on. We got 2 outs, up by 3. That's basically what it is. It's like basketball. If you hit like 12 threes in a game, that's what 12 strikeouts is. Top of the 6th, nobody on, nobody out, up by 4. Let me get another one. That was a really nice pitch. Albert Pujols, I feel bad for you, my boy. That's 8. Still got 3 innings, and they're probably going to let us rock out. Ooh, that's nasty. Look at that. Ugh. You see how he turned his body and kind of like just walked slow motion? Like, Billie Jean, it's not my love. All right, top of the 6th, nobody on, 1 out. Up by 4, number 9. Got him looking dumb as shit, swinging at air. Golf swing. Straight in the dirt. Just swinging just to say he did it. No actual plan. Come on. We're almost there. We're here at T-Mobile Park. Going crazy. Top of the 7th. Nobody on. Nobody out. Up by 6. What's that number? 11? Okay. I'm getting excited. That's number 10. That's number 10. All right. Come on now. That was a beautiful pitch. Top of the 7th. Nobody on. 1 out. Up by 6. Number 11. Dumbass. What are you swinging at? Literally threw it at your chin. At your beard. You got a goatee? What you got? Threw it at your beard, your dumbass swung. Well, I'm not complaining. Them boys is out here playing like sewer water. All right, we are here, top of the 9th, 1 on. Don't matter. Still up big. Get us another one. That's number 12. What did I say earlier? We was going to get 12. Let's see if we get 13. Because we're already here in the 9th, so this game most likely, well, not most likely, it's been over. Them boys ain't got no shot. What's that song? You got no chance. Who's that? Triple H over them boys? Or Edge? Or who is that? You got no chance. I want to look it up. I hope nothing. WWE theme song. You got no chance. Hey, we got the dub, by the way. Oh, it's Vince McMahon's actual song. That's crazy. He did not cross my mind at all. I said Triple H. Hey, man, we got the dub. I actually don't really care for these white uniforms, but them boys got 2 hits off us. And I don't think they got one off of me. Let's see. I actually don't think they got a hit off of me. Oh, I'm lying. They got 2. Early and then late. 9 BBs and 76 strikes, bro. And that's basically it for me for this season. I have nothing else to really play for. Our team is some bullshit. When I joined the team was some bullshit. So we're at that point, man, where we're trying to wrap this up. What are we, 68 and 94? Some bullshit. 68 and 9. Man, we are horrible. So I'm going to just look at the numbers so far. Or at least for this season, first little taste of being in the majors. We are some bullshit. I didn't even know we had Kyle Sager. I don't pay attention. So, what are we, 5 and 2? Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. 5 and 2. I wasn't even expecting that. I think we had 8, so we had like 1 no decision. But yeah, right now, simulate the postseason, something that we'll never be a part of because we are the Mariners. Well, no, actually, in real life, I think they just got to the ALCS and lost to Toronto. So there's that. I don't know why he's retiring. I don't think he's old, but I don't know. Albert's retiring. Definitely made him look dumb as shit in that last little game I had against the Angels. And it is what it is. We're getting up to offer time because remember, every year, especially when you first start off, it's kind of like you can sign a new contract. So I should just sign a 1-year deal to be a part of the MLB rotation. I'm an 83 overall. It would make sense. He's only 19 years old, 2.053 ERA. You look at James Paxton, got a little bit better. Gonzalez got a little bit better. And then there's Rojas, the 3rd best pitcher. So I'm trying to sign me a big deal, but not necessarily a big deal, just a long-term deal. Obviously, if I was going to go throughout the career for Ramon, I wouldn't sign this dumb deal. I would just come back to the table next year, but I'm not really tripping like that. So we're going to simulate the off season. Here at spring training, we should be the 3rd starter, especially in overall, unless they went and signed someone. Let's go look at what it's talking about, man. The rotation. We are the 3rd starter. We're right there, too. If we're an 83 at 19 years old, we're going to be way better than those other dudes. So, it's been a great little career. We got straight through it as soon as possible. I know Rafael will be proud of his younger brother, so let's keep it rocking, man. Great little start to his career here in Seattle.
Hard to be
And there
when
goes
I'm
the intro,
playing
another
free,
one of
so
my
people
videos.
at the
I want to say
plate.
thank you
Pitches
for
reaching,
watching.
so I'm
See you
teaching,
soon.
know it's jumping out the gate.